Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. The best way is if you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know? I want to tell you guys something. What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out about crypto. My name is Ben. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the people's channel, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. My name is Ben. We come to you live every single day, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is Wednesday, November the 2nd, and it's a hot 69 degrees here in the BitBoy Crypto studio. Wow, cooler than normal, I guess, because it's not hot outside. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, TJ Shed.
Well, I was going to say, that's why it's 69 degrees, because we officially have two co-hosts up here, two hosts up here.
TJ, do you think you should change your name on Twitter to your name? Network.
You're
going to get way more followers.
I've thought about doing that or making a new kind of rebrand of my own name. Yes, just like anything else, I know that's the right thing to do. I'm just slow to make that change. But it's coming. It's coming.
Wow, that's good. Because there's one thing I know. I love to follow TJ because of that, but don't. Okay. Guys, we're going to be talking about the Fed meeting. You know, this is kind of an interesting video today or live stream today because we do this every month where we're on the cusp of what is going to happen from the Fed meeting, and we don't know before the show ends, obviously. On Around the Blockchain later this afternoon, we'll discuss that. Don't forget to go to the BitBoy Crypto homepage on YouTube and scroll down to Awesome Channels and make sure that you are subscribed to Around the Blockchain, and of course, all our other channels, as you guys can see there. But make sure you're on Around the Blockchain because it will have its own channel. September 2nd, it's becoming its own, entity. January 2nd? What did I say? January 2nd. Sorry, September on the brain. TJ, did we coordinate on purpose dressing?
No, we absolutely did not.
That's my guy Jeremy in the chat, and he's the one who took us bird hunting. Jeremy, where is our ribeye of the sky? Yeah. I mean, we never saw him. They were going to send us some steaks.
He did say he was going to.
I'll send you a moose steak if you want to trade. Jeremy with Super Chat. Ben, you financially changed my outlook on live in 2021. Now I have $150,000 in market waiting for the next bull run. God bless you and your entire crew for everything you do. You guys know, if you've been in this channel for a long time, we bear a lot of stuff on social media, but there's no doubt about it. This channel made more millionaires and educated more people on crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin than any other channel in the history of YouTube. So we're very proud of our community and very proud of people like Jeremy that have done well and, cannot wait to see the next run. The next run is going to be massive, I do believe, for our community. Any thoughts on Rocket Pool? We actually talked about Rocket Pool. Has our staking video came out yet, Nick? Hasn't. We have an Ethereum staking video. We are going to touch on Rocket Pool. It is some liquid staking, but you still have to have I think 16 ETH and then eventually 8 ETH to be able to stake there. So that's still more than the average person has, I would say. So bullish on the Sandhill cranes. That's right. Mr. Techno Goody knows about them. Knows about the Sandhill cranes. Okay. So don't forget to follow me here on twitters.com. I'm at 910,000 followers. We have been booming lately.
Think we can hit 1 million before the end of the year?
Oh, we're definitely going to hit 1 million. I've done the math. I think we're definitely going to hit 1 million by the end of the year. I think. We just need somebody to make another song meme of me. Crypto or Lil Bubble, where you at?
Lil Bubble.
Lil Bubble. I like Lil Bubble.
Yeah.
I like Lil Bubble.
Who doesn't like a little bubble?
Yeah. I thought he might would. Maybe you should have sent me a little message telling me he's going to put it out for you. Put it out. But, I like Lil Bubble. I messaged with him before. And guys, shout out to Sensei Crypto in the chat. For sure, you guys make sure you subscribe to their channel as well. And I wanted to say on that note, I had one other thing I was going to say, and I cannot remember what it was. Was it about Twitter, maybe? Getting followers? Of course. Today, we are going to be on the Bankless podcast. They tweeted it. And then Ryan Sean Adams said, don't watch this one. He said that on his own post. But here's the question. I wouldn't hit a man in glasses, would I? So we'll see what happens. The bottom signal. These guys are always trying to spite me. They're always trying to spite me. They think they're humorous. They're a little funny. I'll give it to them. They're okay. But yeah, you guys make sure. I really want the BitSquad in this chat today. You guys make sure you're there 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys know that is where the Sam Bankman-Fried and Eric Voorhees debate was. I have no idea what's going to happen on this podcast. I think they're going to try to get me to yell, and I'm going to try not to yell because the fact is, guys. I know I had my beef with Ryan because I don't like that he said that I don't represent crypto. Like I got some numbers I'm going to bring to him on the show today, but the fact is I do, period. I represent the normal person in crypto, the average person in crypto. And the fact is that even though we had this big disagreement about that, we're on the same side, I believe. I believe Bankless and I are on the same side. We're fighting for decentralization. Bankless, it's in the name there, right? So because of that, I'm hoping we have a productive conversation. We can all be adults here. So I send them some information last night on what we're doing with the bill. So they have the information of what we're doing. I can't make it public, of course, yet. We're still working on that. But, I know that they at least know the full story now. So I'm hoping that will help a little bit. So we're the BitBoy spandex on the show. The fact that BitBoy and spandex picture does not go around more.
It's shocking.
It's shocking. I'm sitting down, so it doesn't look that bad, I guess. But it's on my Instagram. Y'all can go find it. Y'all go find the early memes. All the early memes on the BitBoy Instagram for like the first 3 or 4 months, they were all made by Justin Williams. So, of course, Justin Williams working with our Vumio project that we're a part of, investor advisor. Don't forget to follow them on Twitter as well. They're up to 1,600 followers already. Your NFT super app. And I don't want you guys, I see a lot of people saying, this is BitBoy's NFT platform and stuff like that. Guys, I don't want my name to have to sell it. Like, this is not my platform, okay? This is the Web3 super app that's coming. It doesn't need me at all. It doesn't. It's going to stand on its own, and people are going to realize that. So I want you guys to really look at this in an unbiased way and understand this is going to make it, and it's going to be successful because it's going to be the best on the market, and it's not even close. So make sure you're following Vumio. All right. Also, catching up to crypto, we got the news yesterday. I think we've sold 2,000 copies.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, 2,000 copies already on the pre-sale, which means we're only 1,000 to 2,000 away before January 17th when it prints from being able to be a Wall Street Journal, based on average numbers, Wall Street Journal bestseller. Like to be #1 would be great. So you guys make sure to go get catching up to crypto. And we did talk about the cities we're going to be traveling to. Basically, we're going to be coming to a city near you, and you're going to have the book to come to the meetup. So make sure you go ahead and grab that book, pre-order it for you and your friends, and your family. Put the receipt in a stocking for your kid, whatever it is, and make it happen. Carver Coin says, I analyzed the top 50 coins in the last bear market. 65% of them didn't beat their previous all-time highs from 2017 to 2021. Tread carefully with alts. That's a great number.
Yeah. I saw that same comment. I was going to say the same thing. It's very easy when you're going through your first cycle to start doing the math on like, okay, if this is where it hit all-time high, I can accumulate this much. When Bitcoin gets back to this price, my alt should be at that price. I know I did it with a lot of alts But it doesn't always work out that way. 65% of them didn't beat their previous all-time highs. That's a big number. So
now I want to know where he got that, the top 100. Like, what date did you take that top 100 from? The end of 2017? Just very curious on that.
Yeah, I'd be curious. Like December 2017.
Was that?
He said top 50.
Yeah, he said top 50. But what date did he pull that from CoinMarketCap? I'm very curious about that because that does matter.
He said spreadsheet available upon request. That might be interesting. If you could shoot that over to one of our like info@hitnetwork.com, and maybe we can pull it up and go over.
I got it. Maybe he wants to join our research team. I got somebody I want to join our research team for sure. Somebody said they got a sweet sweater from Hit Merch. So you guys check out hitmerch.com. See all of our cool stuff. We got to get Solana off this thing. Can we make it a priority to get Solana off this thing, put Cardano on?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's make a new shirt.
We should make it.
Let's make a new one. So, oh, look at this. Back to the metaverse. That's a pretty cool little hoodie right there. So go ahead and check that out on Hit Merch. Now, here's what I want to say about that 2017 number that he was giving, which is, well, you may not know this. The top 10, on average, it turns over about 50% every year. I think 2 years ago it was 40%, but I think it's had a lot of turmoil in the last 2 years, so I think it's probably closer to 50% now. Guys, this is why on this channel, going forward, we are giving you what we believe to be winners, projects that will beat their all-time highs. Now, when you're looking at projects and you're trying to say, will this beat its all-time high or not? Well, the thing about that is you need to take into consideration, did it extremely outperform the market in the last run? Coins that extremely outperform the market. You have Dogecoin, you have Shiba, you have Solana. What other ones come to mind? Obviously, SafeMoon, but that's BS.
What was that for? Meme coins?
No. Coins that drastically outperformed the rest of the market. Shiba and Doge were number 1 and number 2.
Right.
MoonSwap was SafeMoon was number 3. Blah.
No, Phantom was another one that kind of
Solana.
I mean, Phantom
had 2 separate runs, but then it didn't do anything the last half of the year.
I'd put DOT in a similar category as Phantom. Definitely had a good run, but not like.
See, those had good runs. I don't see them. I don't think they extremely outperform the market.
Matic, that would be
Matic, another one. Now the thing about Matic is it's tied to Ethereum, so I do think Matic is an example of one that will make new all-time highs. Guys, there's gonna be so much bad stuff coming out about SBF in the next 24 to 48 hours, and then beyond that, we have so much stuff. I'm telling you, I don't know how FTX survives what's going to be coming out over the next 6 months. So when you're looking at Solana, you're saying, yeah, there's a lot of money behind it, it's going to pump. I don't know. Anything SBF touches is going to be considered toxic. So Matthew Austin says, Ben, need a 4th pick to be 20% of my portfolio. Have Bitcoin, ETH, and ADA. Should I pick XRP, Matic, CRO, or Algo? Thank you for the show. For today's purpose, I'm going to say Algo, and the reason why I would not say Matic, we just said, it's already had a massive pump during the bear market. Quant and Matic, I think, are the 2 top performers. The reason I wouldn't say XRP is simply because, guys, there is a risk with XRP. We don't believe there's much risk, but there is risk when it comes to, getting a coin that's unavailable on a lot of exchanges and is in the middle of an SEC lawsuit. We think they're going to win. I think it's less than 1% that they don't, but there's a non-zero chance. So when people are trying to do something, safe, not safe, I think the safe pick there would be Algorand. Charles Hoskinson loves Algorand as well. A lot of bullish stuff. You guys know AJ that works here loves Algorand. But when it comes to safety, now, best price speculation returns, I would say XRP, based on it winning the lawsuit. But there is obviously some risk there. So, okay. The after show is my second favorite crypto show just after Around the Blockchain. That's from Urkelson. Guys, that's a blockchain basement over on Twitch. Make sure to subscribe to us over on Twitch. Some of our most loyal and longest time BitSquad members are in the Twitch chat every single day. We call it the basement. So, all right, looking at CoinMarketCap, 21,612 cryptos. One last announcement. Did forget, we do have a special guest on from X Spectre from the XRPL NFT project. His name is what is his name? Where's it at? Dick Shepins? Is that what we have? Dick Shepins? Is that his name?
Sounds like a fun guy.
Yeah. A mushroom?
Yeah.
Sounds like a mushroom. No. So anyways, he's going to be on the show later today. You know, we know people by avatars and Twitter names. We don't always know their first names. So he's going to be on at the end of the show at 12:30. Well, near the end of the show at 12:30 EST. Also tomorrow, Simon Dixon going to be on at 12:30. Gigantic announcements about what's going on with SPF and Celsius. You're going to have to see it to believe it, so make sure to come back tomorrow. Okay, now announcements done. 522 exchanges, $1.006 trillion market cap, down about $7 billion from yesterday at this time, $72.5 billion in volume. Bitcoin dominance now up a little bit at 39%, ETH about the same, 19%, and 6.5 Paraguays will send you an ETH transaction. Bitcoin coming in 20,432. Now, you know, Frank obviously is going to look at the chart here in a little bit, but let's pull up the 4-hour on Bitcoin right here on TradingView. Just take a look-see here. We are right at the end of a wedge. Now, Frank, is this a bullish or a bearish wedge here? It's kind of in the middle, huh? Yeah. Yeah, isn't that weird that it's going to break out of that triangle at exactly the time that the Fed meeting is? It's right at the end of this, right at the time. That's amazing. I tell you what. Okay. What do we have against? We don't have anything against Sologenics. I mean, I'd have somebody from Sologenics on. I think we did have someone on, didn't we? Maybe not. I have no problem with having somebody from Sologenics on for our XRP guest. So, all right, back to the numbers here. We've got Ethereum at 1560, Binance Coin at 320, XRP at 45, almost 46 cents. Dogecoin at 13 cents, now under 100% gains for the last week. Cardano down a little bit at 39 cents. Let's see. Okay. Let's take a look at the top gainers of the day. We got Litecoin. As soon as I pronounced it dead like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Tom Crown in the chat bringing it back one just by himself.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody the other day and they said, yeah, man, like I'm down bad on Litecoin. And I said, just get rid of it, man. Litecoin's not going to make a new all-time high. And I love the Litecoin community, those that are left from 2017, 2018. They're great people. I just think that they're too close to see what's happening there. I think they like their emotions, their nostalgia are, you know, making them see it a certain way. Litecoin just is not going anywhere, guys. I'm really sorry. It makes me sad because Litecoin, the most consistent performing altcoin of all time, for the longest time. So obvious, it was in the top 10 almost its entire existence until the last couple of years. And for me, like, I'm not going to be holding or buying any Litecoin. And I was talking to somebody the other day and they said, man, I'm just married to this back. I said, sell it. Just get rid of it. Do it. Just do yourself a favor. Get rid of it. It will definitely pump right after you do that. And now it's got 11% gains today. So that's a good rule. Toncoin up 3%. Did we do a Toncoin video yesterday? Wow. Okay. 3.59% up. Good for Toncoin. Obviously, nothing to do with our video. Market's too big for us to be able to do a video on something like that and the price go up. I like when people say, oh, you're pumping your Cardano or your XRP back. Guys, you think I can pump $12 billion of market cap? What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, BitSquad ain't that rich.
No, BitSquad.
Not yet.
Not yet. We were. We might be again, but basic attention token, another mover, another one I say cut and run, another digital currency group. You say you were looking at the digital currency group. Were there any projects on there that shocked you?
It was just the list is just so
we look at it
astonishing.
all the time.
Yeah, we used to pull it up all the time. I mean, let's see if I pull it. We mentioned it on the stream the other day. You know, you forget. You know, the media stuff. You know, like I forgot about Coinbase. You know, and Gemini. You know, so it's like. You start going down Abra, you start going down that list. It's like, oh, they're in half the wallets, half the exchanges, half the DeFi projects, half the the gaming projects. They just, and then it made me want to go back, and I know we've done this before. Start digging into who owns Digital Currency Group, which I think it's private, so it's a lot harder to figure out. But yeah, it's like looking at mainstream media and trying to figure it out. You just keep going up and keep going up and keep going up, and then you realize, oh, it's all Vanguard and BlackRock at the end. They own NBC or CBS, HBO, a little bit of Netflix, some of Hulu. It's like they own it all. It's just it's very similar. So,
Teresa, what am I lying about? What is this even in reference to? Do you consider doing a video on your political stance? Never, never. Guys, I'll tell you this. I am one issue voter at this point. I'm one issue voter. Like, if crypto is in the conversation, I'm going with whoever is more pro crypto. That's the long and the short of it, because that's what the future of humanity depends on, to be honest with you, at least in the next 100 years. Whether it's crypto blockchain or we live in CBDCs under the thought police that they just launched in Australia. Did you see that?
No.
In Australia, they just launched the first official, can't remember exactly what they called it, but it's thought police.
Interesting. No, not like that.
No.
I did see.
It's not a stripper dressed up as a cop.
I did see White House getting fact checked today. Did you see that?
Wow.
A tweet from the White House coming out saying like, oh, basically, all of this, something happened for Biden. Biden made this happen, and then underneath it says like, actually, in 1972, Nixon put this into law that it automatically adjusts with consumer price index inflation. So that's actually what made it happen. So
what did you say? Did she comment up there again? Scroll up. Did she comment again? Somebody said something about her. Said she was brave. Maybe she was brave to ask that is what they meant. Go up just a little bit. Nope. Okay, I can't see it. Guys, if you have watched this channel for a year or more and you can't figure out which side I usually vote for, then you just have not been paying attention, or pretty much exclusively. So, but I don't let my political ideals filter in to what happens in this chat and on this channel with crypto, because that's not fair. I don't want to isolate people who may feel differently than I do about issues that honestly aren't really that important. A lot of them, some of them are. Obviously, you guys know I'm pro Second Amendment for sure. No question about that. But the fact is, this is not a political chat. Now we're getting into politics, but bipartisan politics. We don't want to take positions. That's why with our bill, we have backing from both sides. And that's what's important. And I'm willing to make concessions and even work with people I don't like in order to make positive pro-crypto regulation move forward. And that's the way we've all got to be thinking in the world of crypto, is working together to push for a better country in the future. So, okay. I said I'm an insurrectionist. I am not. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean what's the word that means you're against all laws?
Anarchist.
Anarchist. Is that like the same thing? No. Oh, they're talking about. I know what they're talking about. Yeah. We don't. I would not have been there. I will tell you that. Smart enough not to be there. Toncoin, basic ninja token, yada yada yada. All right, let's move on. Frankie, let me touch these two articles first on market supply. You can go ahead and start walking up. Bitcoin price bottom takes shape as old coins hit a record 78% of supply. The Nubel metrics has dropped to levels that coincided with the bear market 3 times since 2011. So that's good news. New Bitcoin yardstick metric says $20,000 Bitcoin is 3 feet long.
We're going to be talking about that one a little bit on the after show, because I haven't really looked at what that yardstick metric is. I want to learn
yardstick is 3 feet, I think. All right, go ahead. Come on in.
Oh,
where do I go?
What is?
I'm gonna go.
I was wondering that.
I realized that too.
Just blend.
There you go. He's not even there. Yeah, don't break it.
Beautifully. Yeah. Oh my God. Imagine the whole thing falls down. What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a good day. Today is the day, guys. Today is the Fed meeting, and this is basically what I've been waiting for, to see Bitcoin, finally pick a direction and go. So I think we are going to be seeing some fireworks coming in here very, very soon. I believe. When does that meeting start? I think it starts at like 2.
Yeah.
Oh, is it 12:30? Okay.
It takes a little while for the stuff to filter out, though.
Gotcha. Okay. So, make sure if you are trading today, you are using tight stop losses and very good risk management. As the past Fed meetings, we've seen volatility in both directions. We've been getting fake outs in the opposite direction before actually turning around and making the actual move. So be very careful. But we have some stuff to look at on the charts here. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, obviously, let me switch these over to Heikenaushi candles. Now, obviously, we are kind of just consolidating here. Pretty boring for the past day or so. Just kind of going sideways. This is kind of what I thought was going to happen, just kind of boring up until this meeting. So I do think we will eventually, once the Fed meeting starts here, we will start to see a move here pretty soon. And again, as far as, what kind of pattern this is, I see people calling it on the lower time frames, there's a bear pennant. To me, this is just consolidation. And if we zoom out, you guys can see here, let's zoom out just a little bit more. the main levels that I am looking at, this main range that I'm looking at here is between this value area low and this value area high. So because we are above the point of control, which is this white box right here, technically this shows that the bulls are in control and that we would potentially be likely to come visit the value area high up here, topping out at about 21,869. However, if the Fed meeting does not go well and we get a big dump down, the main level of support that I will be watching, because guys, like I said, you want to use good risk management today. Things could get crazy, but I will leave you guys with some key levels that I'm watching, and they basically remain the same. And those levels are going to be this spider line here, which is coming in pretty close to right now is at about, 20,075, almost 20,100. Obviously, it trends up over time. So this is going to be the main level I'm watching. Not only do we have a spider line here, we also have a local golden pocket and a local value area high. So this should be a very strong level. If we lose this spider line, I'm going to expect a pretty quick move down to this white box coming in at about 19,800. If we don't get a strong bounce off of this white box, essentially between 19.8 and 19.6, we will break into a lower or a more local value area, in which case we could continue down to the range lows, which is where we traded for what feels like forever. I've been talking about this a lot, but that 19.8 to 19.6 level is that major level. If we break this, I am flipping bearish, and I will expect lower prices and potentially to come down and revisit the lows of this range. So those are the major levels. And if we do get maybe a fake out to the downside and then a rip to the upside, just to show you guys a higher target, first immediate major target I'd be looking at would be this value area high at 21.8. And then before I hop off, real quick, just to show you guys, put this in the Discord, and I even tease these on the 9 p.m. once in a while. So if you guys don't watch the 9 p.m s, make sure you do. Solana looking pretty bearish, pulling a 6-hour bearish divergence. We were looking at this yesterday in my Market Watch video, and was letting people know we are in the trading competition right now. So I do like to show some setups and try to help the Candle Mafia get some gains so we can continue floating around in the top 3 of this competition. So this Solana short playing out pretty well. The other one we put in the Discord was Dogecoin, which it didn't update here, so I don't think I'll be able to pull it up. Maybe I can just type it in. But Dogecoin with a very similar setup, obviously going nuts. We put a bearish divergence here on the 6-hour as well. And we are starting to come down here. So just wanted to tease a little bit of that. Put that in the Discord. TJ, imagine if we had a paid Frankie Candles Discord, what that would be like. I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day soon. Who knows?
That's awesome, though, that the Candle Mafia top 3 in that competition. Obviously, you guys learning a lot, trading like pros over there. So that's great to see. Of course, you can get to the link to that Discord from Frankie Candle's page, which is pinned in the chat. Make sure to go check him out. He does an awesome job. And also, real quick, I think it was Riddled with Punt said that rate hike announcement does come out at 2.
Okay.
And then the meeting, the press conference announcing it is at 2:30. So keep an eye on the charts around that time.
So buckle up. That's all I got. Back to Ben. Bing bong.
Bingy bong. Can you do basement today? Yeah, awesome. Thanks.
Somebody wants to Snapchat.
So there you go. If you want more.
Somebody wants to Snapchat me on Twitter. That sounds like something I would want to do.
Yeah, that sounds a little dicey. But also, yeah, make sure to follow Blockchain Basement today. We're going to be looking at some more technical bottom indicators on chain, as well as that yardstick thing that we mentioned.
Talk to me about your bottom, TJ.
I don't know. I skip leg day a lot. We'll say that. It's not as good as it once was.
Man, I tell you what, TJ, that's skipping leg day. You got to stop it. What is the deal with that?
It's funny. There's really no excuse. I had a pretty good idea I was going to end up skipping.
Dirk. Sorry, it was a typo on here. Dirk makes more sense for his name. Yeah.
Gotcha. I was probably going to end up skipping yesterday. I did have a meeting run over, so it was a legitimate excuse. But if I really wanted to, I could have wrapped it up and made it to leg day.
Yeah. Actually, I looked on my list. It's not a typo. It does say Dirk. I just read it as Dick. Sorry, Dirk. We talk a little bit on Twitter through DM. So, okay. Yeah. Friends don't let friends skip leg day. Well, here's the thing about skipping leg day for TJ. Is that TJ and I have an immense competition going on, and we have been since we started doing personal training together 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago now. Really? Wow. Yeah, it's been over 2 years. And he was making up the gap on chest, and I was making up the gap on legs, and now I think I've got him in everything now. So I don't mind him not coming for a while. until I get to where he can't ever touch me again.
Yeah, I need to get back to it. I do naturally.
TJ benched 285 one time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working my way back up, and legs are generally my strongest, which is what gets me in the habit of skipping.
Yeah.
So I need to get back to it.
Man, I tell you, my legs are killing it right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going deep in the hole on them squats. Every single rep yesterday, deep in the hole, all the way up to, I think we did up to 3.
Yeah, I'm with you, Evan. I'll do
345. We did 345.
I'll do abs over legs, but I'll do legs over cardio any day. I hate cardio.
Yeah, for sure. Cardio sets. Do it a little bit, but you know. All right, okay. Moving on here, we got the record hash rates may see big oil become a major BTC mining player. And guys, don't forget, number one, make sure to smash the like button if you love our videos. We come to you every single day. If you love that we represent the little guy, we're for the people. If you guys like that, make sure to smash the like button. Bottom left-hand corner of your screen on a smart TV, hit more actions, more options, and hit react, and then like this video. And then if you're watching on mobile, make sure to X out of the live chat, hit the like, and then come back in. We should be able to get at least 2,500 to 3,000 likes today. So let's see how many we can get right now. Let's add them up really quick. Yeah. I'd love to get BitBoy into a 100 push-up workout. We do consecutive. That's a lot of push-ups. That's a lot of push-ups. Okay. Big Oil's influence over the Bitcoin network is growing stronger due to surging hash rates. Now, I think it was Scott Melker had a pretty good tweet about the hash rate yesterday. Whatever. I was supposed to be on his show, and he was supposed to come on my show. I don't know what happened. I'll follow up on that. Let's see. Scott Melker. What is he? There he is. The Wolf of All Streets. Okay. He said, but he had a good take on this. Let's see here. Let me find it. Okay, so just in Bitcoin hash rate. And so this is like the difference between Bitcoin cheerleaders and analysts, okay? Bitcoin Magazine, a Bitcoin cheerleader. They make everything sound bullish for Bitcoin. Just in, Bitcoin hash rate hits new all-time high rocket ship. Okay, but sadly, according to the Wolf of Wall Street, Scott Melker, this is not a good thing at the moment. Hash rate at an all-time high with increased competition and energy costs is utterly destroying mining profitability and miners. The good news is that the network is more secure, so that's good. Now, think about this for a second. Why are we seeing this right now? We don't usually see hash rate at all-time high in a bear market. If I go to, don't pull this up yet. I'll probably have to log in here real quick before I can show Glassnode. Let's see here. Glassnode. Oh, maybe I don't have to log in.
I am definitely not a Lexus driver, though. Thanks for that, Rob Vermouth.
I like Rob Vermouth. Make Rob Vermouth and make him an admin.
Yeah. There's no ceremony. Oh, by the way,
Kurt Eichler can be an admin too if he
Crypto
wants.
Stevo was on me the other day about we talked about doing something for the mods, even just like a little hangout or something, or Discord.
Well, how do we figure out who they are?
We look at YouTube. What do you mean? We know who.
Well, how do you get their information? To include them, like an email address.
We'd have to have them email us.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. If you're a mod, email us, info@hitnetwork.com, and we will put together something special.
With a link to your
Q&A
YouTube page.
Or where we just hang out or something on Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look at the hash rate here, let's go back and look at the last bear market, which would have been 2018, obviously. And let's see here. Let's go back a little bit. 2017. So, it did make a new all-time high. The middle of 2019 is when it made a new all-time high. This was the run-up to the top of the market. It crashed down. So I guess, yeah, I guess actually we're not seeing things too out of whack. I would have thought that this was didn't happen very often.
I was looking at this the other day when we were looking at hash rate stuff. It's part of the miner capitulation narrative where it gets to the point where miners are starting to lose money. And so this is when you see things like Core Scientific. If you have really thin margins, it gets tough. But the big dogs, they're willing to mine at a loss. They can absorb smaller machine. Certain machines become functionally obsolete, basically, because the cost of the power is more than what you're gaining with Bitcoin.
And sometimes they just make new ASICs that are way better that you got to switch to.
And that's why watching what the miners do right now can be a pretty good bottom signal, because they can hold for a certain amount of time. They can hold those coins, but eventually they have to sell. So if they sell into the bear market, that can be part of what gives us that last slam leg down, which we'll see.
Well, we'll see what happens here. But if you look, the move up has been quite drastic, and it kind of looks like, similar movement to what we saw back here in early 2020 before the halving. So, but obviously the spikes are getting much higher and the volatility is getting bigger on the hash rate. So
we were speculating on the basement show that potentially this could be, when you talk about running out of loss, nation states and things like that are willing, they can funnel, they can print as much money as they need to keep mine while it's down, and then push it up later.
Yeah, somebody, Bitmain actually asked me to come do. What did Bitmain ask me to do recently? They sent me an email. They wanted me to promote them or come speak at a con. I can't remember what it was. I tell you what, next time you talk, I'll look it up in my email and see what Bitmain wanted from me.
All right.
I think they wanted me to go to Mexico for a conference.
Ooh, that ain't
which
happening.
I don't go to Mexico. The cartel wants to kill me. That's a long
dicey.
story, but
That's
I
dicey.
literally will not go to Mexico. Well, what I'm thinking is, what I was really interested in that hash rate was, thinking about the fact that now, kind of similar to the story we're about to look at, Tesla may be looking into doing a lot of Bitcoin mining. It's just Bitcoin mining is getting more and more corporate.
Yes.
And as it gets more corporate, the profit margins are going to get thinner and thinner and thinner. So they invited you to Cancun, I guess. Yeah, that was what it is. I'm sorry, I just can't go to Mexico. I don't feel safe going there. We had a falling out with the cartel. So I was not making deals with them, but we did have a falling out with the cartel. And they're great here. They won't do anything here in America, but I don't feel comfortable going to Mexico. So I'll go anywhere else. I don't know. Maybe the Central American countries I got to watch out for too. So if you can walk there from Mexico, you want to be careful. I guess I got to stay away from Texas. Surging Bitcoin network hash rates are causing problems for mining companies, but might be rolling out the red carpet for energy giants. Exactly what we're saying. It appears that the big oil influence is already happening. Just this week, mining giant Argo Blockchain announced a restructuring of its business strategy. Details of its mining hardware sell-off, exactly what TJ was saying. Last week, Bitcoin miner Core Scientific filed forms with the U.S. SEC, warning of potential bankruptcy proceedings. Man, I tell you what, if we get a bunch of these, no, I did not give the crypto cartel bad crypto advice. They wanted me to promote a project, and I would not do it, and they didn't like that. Obviously, we haven't done promotions all year. Got a big video coming out probably Saturday on token promotion. You guys are going to definitely want to watch that video. What we're hoping from this video is that it sets the standard across crypto influencers and YouTube for what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. You learn this the hard way, guys. Sometimes promoting tokens is not the way to go at all. And so we're going to have a lot more details. We're going to be able to show you visually why it doesn't work and why these companies prey on people to promote them under false guises and of lies and all kinds of stuff. So big video coming out on Saturday for that. What's appropriate, what's not appropriate in the world of crypto when it comes to promotion. So, and it doesn't necessarily matter. It doesn't matter. This isn't legal or illegal. It's not even necessarily ethical or unethical even. It's more, what is best for crypto as a whole?
It's more sustainable versus unsustainable.
We want it to be sustainable. And every cycle we go through the same thing. And obviously during the last cycle, we got swept up as well, going from 10,000 to 1 million in a year. It was crazy. We learned the ropes on how to do a lot of stuff. But we look back and there's some things that we regret for sure. And we don't want the next generation of people doing what we're doing to feel like when things get exciting again, which it almost has to happen in a way. But we want there to be less hype around things that aren't going to go anywhere. And that's why we really want to focus on winners on this channel going forward. So go up just a little bit. You guys are amazing. It's from Thrax 422. Thank you for being for the people. I watch every day on lunch. What's a good place to stake? Lend XRP. It's on KuCoin now. Been for president. VP with Charles, I think. I don't know for XRP staking. Maybe somebody has a good answer on that. KuCoin for buying it for sure. Today at 3, I've got a video coming out for you guys on taking XRP profits once the settlement is over. You guys are going to want to check that out. So SBF said he challenges Ben to a debate, but only if it occurs in Mexico.
That's right.
Bitcoin miner CleanSpark. We love CleanSpark. They are right around us. We went and did a video on them. Scoops up thousands of miners amid distressed markets.
Yeah, they're not hurting.
Yeah, maybe good to have one of those guys on the live stream one day.
Yeah, talk about hash rate.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Sustainability-focused Bitcoin mining company CleanSpark, which, by the way, started out as an environmental conservancy. Is that the conservation? Like a renewable energy conservation environment kind of company to solve problems with the environment. And through the rabbit hole, they found out about Bitcoin mining, and they actually see Bitcoin mining as the answer for a lot of these problems, which is super, super interesting to see somebody go through that transition. So we love CleanSpark. You guys know Georgia has over 1/3 of all the hash rate in the United States. We should see if that's still the accurate number. It was 34% a few months ago. But they scooped up 3,843 miners.
Jeez, yeah. So I saw that the other day.
How many do you think they had in there when we saw it?
I have no. I mean,
you think so? So this is a huge amount to add.
Yeah, it is a big amount. I don't know.
I mean, if I were to sit there and think about, I felt like they didn't have that.
I was gonna say I would have said 1,000 something or 1,500.
I would have said yeah. This
it depends on what you count. Like, what is one?
And we didn't go to the other facility. You and I didn't.
Yeah.
Did you go to the other facility? How many did they have more at the other facility? Oh, the other facility has a lot more. Okay. Yeah, because the one that we went to and toured that I did the interviews at was a submergent, where they submerge underwater. And then water tastes great, by the way. And then the other one is a wind turbine.
Yeah, it's the active cooling. So they're basically in like storage containers with giant fans.
Yep. All right. There's a possibility the miners were purchased from competitor Argo blockchain. Wow, we just looked at Argo. So they sold 3,843 Bitmain S19J Pro machines, exact amount and miner model that CleanSpark purchased. But with Bitcoin mining difficulty increasing and profitability decreasing, mining companies will need to look for new ways to diversify their revenue streams. Now, this is what I want to say about CleanSpark. I do want to start this by saying that they have never paid us a dime. We do no promotion for CleanSpark. I love my state, and I love people that are local. They're technically a Nevada company, a Las Vegas company, but they have 2 facilities here. We just love them, and we love what they're doing. And when we went and met them, like, man, we were blown away. They're a public company. This is not financial advice. They're a public company. If you are the type of person that likes to invest in crypto-related stocks, I don't. I could care less, to be honest with you. I just invest in crypto. My 2 big stock investments were Coinbase and Peloton, if that tells you anything. But this could be a company on the rise. You see Argo going down, they're going up. CleanSpark definitely has a lot of potential, and they've got the right ideals and the right motivation, the right philosophy. Some people were telling me that they bought it a while back and it hasn't really done anything. So I'm not telling you it's going to be big gains tomorrow, but watch out for CleanSpark. This is going to be, in my opinion, one of the large Bitcoin mining public companies in the future. It's already obviously one of, because there's not that many, but definitely check it out. $2.5 billion in Bitcoin outflows attributed to the largest Bitcoin purchase in Binance history. Another $2.5 billion worth of Bitcoin excited top crypto exchange, or exited, top crypto exchange Binance between October 29th and 30th, according to Glassnode. God, what a big spike that is down there. I want to look at this. Let's see. This is the exchange net position. Let me see if I can find that chart. There it is. I don't like the way they don't show the entire histories of these charts. All right, take it down for a second. Let me log in. I got it. All right, you can pull me back up. Thank you, Nick. Nick DeMonte, we're on the board today. So this is since 2017 when I guess they started tracking this on exchanges. Well, no, it actually went back a little further than that even. But you can only look at so much at one time is what it boils down to. So look at this. I mean, basically, we had all these gigantic outflows leading to the bull run. Now this is interesting. This is where exchanges added.
Yeah, so the most whales, it looks like, sold the first top.
Yeah.
They sold the November top. Is that November?
No, November is here. This is the second little top here.
Yeah. So that's the June or May or
whatever. Well, that's the April. Well, it's May 1st is the beginning of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were selling right at the peak. The peak obviously was May 19th, and there it is right here at the peak of this. So, wow. But looking back on this, if you look at the last bear market, man, you can see how much wider in volatility these exchange outflows are. That's absolutely amazing. There's also a lot more options now for people as well. So I just don't think that these numbers are something you should totally rely on based on something we talk about all the time, which is due to Celsius and Voyager. A lot of people don't trust exchanges. So inflation hits Thanksgiving dinner. Here's how much more it could cost this year. Well, no problems here for me. Uncle Brian's going to take care of that. He always takes care of the turkey. In November 2021, the cost of dine out increased at a slower rate of 5.79%, compared to groceries up 9.81%. And I told you guys, the groceries is where people feel it. This is where people feel the inflation. A lot of people shopping at Aldi, which, by the way, if you don't shop at Aldi and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're really missing out. Aldi is, when I was living paycheck to paycheck and barely surviving, Aldi, or there's another one.
Lidl.
Yeah. Yeah, these are great grocery stores. We literally cut our grocery bill down 66% by using that. So the overall cost of Thanksgiving basket cost 14.9% more than last year. Compared to the cost of dining out, it's up 5.8%. Wow, look at this. So, I mean, this makes you wonder right here, doesn't it? I mean, when you think about this, are things really turning around? We don't know. While our CPI numbers have been going down, I talked to you guys a lot about this. The pendulum. Where is the pendulum? Right now, you're seeing the pendulum has already not just swung back, but for CPI, it's going the right direction. For our food inflation and cost of real goods, we have not seen the pendulum get to the point where it's swinging back the other way now. So even though it is probably heading in the right direction, people are not feeling that right now. People are still feeling the hurt. And this is why the true pain of the recession hits after the peak of whatever the macro or micro environment issues are that cause it. Price of chicken is up 17.2%, while pork is up 6.7%. Overall, items driving the cost of American Thanksgiving dinner include higher eggs, butter, and flour. Fruits and vegetables seen a lower jump in price, because who likes those? Up only 7%. Another reason if you don't like vegetables to tell your family not to buy them, kids. But consumers can expect higher prices for two items some may call essentials: cranberries and sweet potatoes. TJ, what is your essential Thanksgiving dish?
See, I'm a honey baked ham guy. I'd take a honey baked.
Oh, me too. I much prefer honey baked ham.
Yeah.
Over
so for me, if that's my essential, and that's usually what I take care of as well. So
and by take care of, you go buy a ham.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Great job.
That's the way I like to take care of things.
Great job.
Yeah.
I cooked a turkey when I was 18 by myself in my apartment. I won a turkey, and I don't even think we had. Maybe we had power. I think we had power in that apartment I was living in.
How did that go?
It went really well.
Yeah.
And I ate the whole thing. Yeah. I was.
How'd you cook? How'd you cook it? Bake it?
Put it in the oven, and it sat there for 12 hours. And by the time it came out, I was very, very hungry. If you guys catch my drift there. Much younger days. I had motivation for being hungry back then. A deep fried turkey. I like deep fried turkey. But my go-to Thanksgiving dish is the sweet potato souffle. Right. It's the sweet potato souffle with the marshmallows. Without the marshmallows, doesn't hit the same.
Have you had it cornflakes and marshmallows or frosted flakes and marshmallows?
Ooh, I don't know.
Frosted flakes on top with the marshmallows over it.
We're doing work Thanksgiving at my house this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. For all the people that live here and don't have family here, we're going to do it at my new house. It's going to be exciting.
They said Ben is dressed as TJ today. That's funny.
Okay. Private payrolls rose 239,000 in October, better than expected, while wages increased 7.7%. Guys, I think what's happening here is, and talking with other business owners, like with my C12 group, 11% of people chose Publix. They must be rich. Is that people are now looking at cutting things like if you provided lunch for your staff on Fridays or something like that. They're looking at trimming back some of those benefits to be able to give their workers small raises to make up for this crazy inflation. Pecans. Love the pecans for sure. For this crazy inflation. Inflation's up almost 10%. And if your wages are not, then you're now at a deficit if you were barely getting by. So that is something that people are seeing. And I think this is probably a response to that. If you're in a company that's doing well, like a lot of businesses struggled in the pandemic, well, my business did very well. So I paid my people pretty well. If you have a business that's doing well and you have hourly employees, then you should be thinking about how can we ease this burden for them? Because obviously, if not, they're going to have to go find another job. And it's a good way to keep your workforce, from a people perspective, just treating people correctly. And obviously also from a business perspective, making sure you have happy employees. Federal Reserve has been raising interest rates in an effort to cool inflation. One primary aim is a historically tight labor market where job openings outnumber available workers by a nearly 2-to-1 margin. Wow.
Job openings outnumber available work. Wow, that is crazy.
Wow. Well, a lot of people don't want to work. They don't want to be the fry cook at Wendy's anymore. people are not content to do that at this point when they know they can, go open an OnlyFans, and make as much as they make in a year. And now, obviously, that's a little tongue in cheek, because most of the people that do that are not successful. What'd you say?
That's because there's a lot of tongues and cheeks on OnlyFans. Yeah, that's where I thought you were going with that. No. Obviously, it's a little tongue in cheek. Obviously,
yeah, but what I mean is there are other ways to make money. It's very easy to make up $8 an hour, especially if you're working part-time. $160 a week. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's not hard to make that up. And so a lot of these businesses are struggling. This is going to lead to more AI, but that 2-to-1 number is astounding. 2 times as many job openings as people to fill them. Now, do you think that includes real unemployment numbers? Because, the unemployment numbers we get are different. Basically, they don't count people that have been out of work for, I think, 12 months or more? Or 8? It's either 6, 12, or 18.
I think it's 12 months or more.
So I wonder if you factor in all those people, if it's closer to 1-to-1.
I think it would be.
It probably would be.
Yeah.
Has 3 workers. Yeah. Got it. Okay. The ADP report comes 2 days before the most closely watched non-farm payroll accounts from the Labor Statistics, or the Bureau of Labor Statistics report is expected to show growth of 205,000 from September's 263,000. And that's good. We want this number going down. We don't want people have to feel this recession. You have to feel it before we can get out of it. So we don't want people to lose their jobs, but that is a good sign if the jobs added are shrinking. MoneyGram will now allow U.S. customers to trade and hold BTC, ETH, and Litecoin on its app. I bet that's why Litecoin pumped today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, any news that Litecoin gets, it's like, whoa, Litecoin news. And the interesting thing is that Litecoin still consistently seems to be a project that lands with Bitcoin, Ethereum, from PayPal to Robinhood, one of the first listings on Coinbase as well. So it gets a lot of clout for being an older project. There's certainly no chance it becomes a security, I don't think. It wouldn't even be in that conversation. So we'll see what happens there. When BitBoy been head on Stone Mountain, well, when they finally blast off and I'm not telling you whether I'm for or against this, okay? I'm just saying what is going to eventually happen. They're going to blast off the Confederate Memorial, right? I mean there's no doubt that's going to happen.
I'm shocked it hasn't happened already.
I can't believe it. Yeah. Just with the environment of things. Once again, I'm not saying I'm for it or against it. I'm just saying probably in the next 10 to 20 years, they're going to move that down. They're talking about putting Outcast up there. And obviously, they would have to put me as well.
Yeah.
Me, Outcast, and I don't know, maybe Chipper Jones.
That would make for a much different laser light show at the end. Yeah, that's what I always think of with Stone Mountain is the nostalgia. Grew up going there as a kid, and the guy cracks his sword and all the music and everything. It's definitely it'll be sad to see that change, but it's undeniably.
Well, how are they? I don't necessarily even know if they could recarve something up there. Like, that took like forever, and like a bunch of people died in the carving. I don't know. Maybe they could do it with drones.
I'm sure they could. I'm sure the cost would be very high.
I want to go on. Somebody said they meant Mount Rushmore. That makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense. But I would be really interested to. I've never gone up Stone Mountain.
What?
Yeah, I've never been to the top of Stone Mountain.
Wow.
We should do it.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's a nice. I think it's like a 1 mile hike up the backside.
I love it.
I know you like going up the backside. Yeah.
Love hard walking on the backside. Difficult walking. MoneyGram announces the launch of a new service. So here you go. If you use MoneyGram, Walmart works with them. Obviously, that's one reason it's big. Could crypto benefit from core business? Obviously, it can. Funny story. When I first got into Bitcoin back in 2012, I was doing it to obviously purchase a software for a business I had. And man, the first couple times I used it was so difficult that eventually I was like, all right, listen, dude, can I just send you cash on MoneyGram? And the guy was like, yeah, you can do that. And it's like kind of a full circle moment. Now we got crypto on MoneyGram. So that's how hard it was to send. You have no idea how difficult it was to send Bitcoin back in 2012. You think it's hard now for your first time learning how to do it and learning an address and a hash and private key and all this stuff? There was no documentation or websites on how to do it back then. You just had to trust that this guy was telling you the right information. So have you been on top of Kennesaw Mountain? Yeah, of course. Definitely been on top of Kennesaw Mountain. Web3 gaming players spend $58,000 on games in their lifetime. Why the return to Web3? According to a report by The Gamer, the average gamer spends roughly $76 per month on gaming, or about $58,000 over their entire life. Huh. Now, this is interesting, isn't it? What if you could actually resell those things, not at GameStop for 1/20th the price, but maybe if you have some rare items for even more? You know, my kid just had his birthday, right? You guys make sure to go check out his channel, All Madden Sports. I'm on it a pretty good time. We're doing a cool video today or tomorrow where we're going to be playing Madden the game, but only using quarterback runs. So I'm going to be Josh Allen.
Runs?
Yeah, I'm only going to be Josh Allen. I assume he'll probably be Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Certainly not going to be Matt Ryan. He doesn't even start anymore. No offense, Matt. We love you. So we're going to be doing that. Make sure to check out All Madden Sports. His name is Madden. That's why it's called All Madden. So we'll be doing that video later. But my kid, it was his birthday. It was actually his birthday on Halloween. And so I told him, or me and my wife were talking, what should we get him for his birthday? I said, I know. Get him $300 he can spend on to buy cards on MLB The Show. We got him a bunch of stuff. He was like, oh my gosh. They love spending money on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those cards are interesting because you can resell those cards in the little MLB Show economy, I believe. But imagine if you could resell them for money down the road, $58,000 worth in a lifetime? How much return on investment could you get from that instead of just handing over zero? And yet all these gamers are saying, we don't want NFTs, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what, gamers? Like them or not, they're coming.
They're coming. Yeah.
And you are going to use them.
Yeah.
So go ahead and bite the bullet now. According to a report by Dapp Radar, Web3-based games and metaverse projects have raised $748 million since August 1st. Wow, it's a pretty big run here. 135% increases to July. There you go. There it is. That's what the quarters look like. 2022 run rate, a total of $10.2 billion invested. And this is what we've been hearing from some of our Web3 connects that are very high up at certain companies. Investments in blockchain gaming reached around $5 billion for the first half. So there you go. Very interested. Now, this is very interesting here. Gamers, not sure how this would work. 41% of gamers don't have a cryptocurrency account set up. 36%, higher likelihood to be scammed. 33%. Crypto gamers, you can see their concerns. Their concerns are different than these concerns over here. So very interesting. Okay. There we go. Given its dominance, won't be a surprise to see quite a few Web3 gaming companies returning. 5,000 people in the stream. How many likes do we have, Nick? 1,386. Guys, we got to get that to 2,500 today. Stop what you're doing, hit the like button, and then pay attention again. Tom Brady's NFT company launches video podcast featuring Tyrese, the model, the famous model from the 90s, I believe, right?
So he's done with Giselle. He's moving on to a new model.
Well, this is a guy.
Oh.
Yeah, Tyrese.
Are you saying that can't be a thing?
Wasn't he? No, I'm not saying it's not a thing. I'm saying I don't think that's what Tom Brady's into. I don't think so at all, actually. Maybe it is. I don't know. Call me crazy. Well, I do know that Tom Brady sure does love to get up under a guy's butt, for sure. There's no question about that. Hands right in there. Take that snap. Yeah, he loves that. He actually chose that man's butt over his wife recently.
Whoa.
I'm just telling you what he did.
Facts are facts.
So you know, Tom Brady, I'm just saying. That's the buck naked truth right there.
Sounds like a crypto degen.
Tom Brady, get away from FTX, please. Let's Steph Curry, get away from FTX. Big Poppy, get away from FTX, please. Can y'all do the right thing? Get away. I know it's money, but it's blood money. Get away from it. But he has a project called Autograph, which is an NFT platform. So Tony Hawk is doing something on there. He's talking about it. Oh, this is Tyrese Halliburton, the NBA player.
Makes more sense.
It does make more sense. Oh, he's pretty good, I think. He's like the Pacers' best player. I thought it was 90s model Tyrese. You remember Tyrese?
I know who you're talking about.
He was in that movie Baby Boy with Snoop Dogg. Y'all remember Baby Boy? I know y'all remember Baby Boy. It was a great movie. Smash that like for Baby Boy if you saw that movie. So, wow, I'm really embarrassed I didn't know this player. I am going to the Hawks game on Saturday night against the...
Tyrese Gibson?
Yeah, Tyrese Gibson. Who are the Hawks playing on Saturday night? I think it's the Pelicans. So I'm going to go see Zion Williamson. Is he playing now? I don't know. MetaMask onboards NFT bank to handle pricing solutions for a new NFT platform. So that's pretty cool. We're going to run through this story real quick so we can get to Dirk. VisaCrypto.com partnered to launch new NFT collection ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Dirk is not here yet. What time? Okay. There's Dirk. Okay, he's here. Tell him just about 5 minutes. Leading global payment processor Visa launched a new non-fungible token solution. A lot of people saying good movie. Four Brothers. I love Four Brothers. That's a great one too, with Andre from Outcast. Visa Masters of Movement, designed to engage football fans, which I officially now call soccer football. Twitter demanded it. I got ratioed by Chris from MM Crypto. The Visa Masters of Movement featured unique digital artworks, avatars, and other collectibles curated from the World Cup and Women's World Cup competitions. Visa Masters of Movement allow fans to create their own NFTs. So there we go. They can make their own NFTs based on, I guess, certain plays, something like that. So you know, a great NFT would have been Brandy Chastain taking her shirt off. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
From the, what was that, 96 Women's World Cup? Does that sound right? Or 98?
Like didn't she do the slide and the whole thing?
Oh yeah, that would have been amazing. Yeah, for sure. How are these crypto influencers? What is this here? Like BitBoy and countless others relevant with millions of followers? I don't get it. I've yet to meet a positive opinion here about these influencers. These surprising Pikachu faces on their YouTube thumbnails. Meanwhile, they have millions of followers. So this is very interesting. This is the way that people see us, just so you know. I consider our sub to be the biggest and most educated part of the crypto sphere. This is why I wonder, who are those others that follow these professional shills? How are these huge fan bases built, and who is actually following them? Certainly not people, that, are beneath. It's only the bougie that are on Reddit. Anyone can spend a little bit of time here and can see how bad and deceiving things are, looking after their own gains. So maybe they got caught plain lying. Well, I can tell you this on YouTube, there is a lot of FUD that goes on with influencers on YouTube. I know almost all of these guys personally, and I can tell you 90% at least of things that these people get accused of are not true in the least bit. And it's people like this on Reddit that continue to sound the town bell, to chime the town bell and say, oh, look at what these guys are doing. They're terrible. You have wrong information. And then you spread this misinformation, kind of like I talked about the other day with the sheep, right? The sheep, dumb animal, when they have a parasite on their head, they scratch another head of another sheep, and then it spreads, and that's how it happens. So the fact is that, we do believe there is a problem, though. And I think the fact that there is a credibility problem within not just YouTube, but on Twitter as well, on TikTok as well, Instagram not as much. There are credibility problems. And I had this tweet yesterday where I talked about this, where I said, let's see here, where's my tweet? And I believe this 100%. And we're going to be putting our money where our mouth is with this stuff this weekend. I think it's really important that we talk about this. And I don't mind talking about this. I think this is good stuff to actually talk about. For crypto to mature, the space has to mature. Influencers have to mature. Investors have to mature. Crypto media needs to mature. Look at Cointelegraph. $10,000 for a press release. They do no vetting. There have been so many scam projects and rug pulls that have been on Cointelegraph, and no one holds them accountable. CoinDesk, to their credit, even though they're backed by the evil digital currency group, they at least do not do paid promotions on their channel when it comes to, or on their website when it comes to press releases from projects. I think this next year is going to go a long ways towards determining what the space will look like in 2024 and 2025. And this is what I want to say. There's actually a story that goes along with this I'm going to cover really briefly. But the fact is we need this space to mature for the next batch of people coming into crypto. But this is all that I ask. This is all that I ask from the Reddit people. This is all that I ask from the haters on Twitter, from the trolls, right? Some people have legitimate beefs, right? But this is all I ask. Can we at least see maturation? And can we at least see growth and recognize it? And can we not have to go back 3 years to point to things that we don't like that somebody did? Can we look at the current state of what someone is doing and make a determination on how they are for the space based upon that? I think few people would argue that I'm out here fighting for the little guy in crypto. I think few people would argue, especially once our bill becomes public, which we're working on, guys. It's hard to get the funding, especially in the midst of a bear market. We're working hard. We got a lot of potential, still waiting for dollars to come in. But when you're looking at that, there's going to be no doubt we are trying to move the space forward. Is the person you're watching, are they trying to move the space forward? And I think that's really what you have to ask yourself. And, I'm telling you, this video we're going to put out this weekend is going to ruffle a lot of feathers. And there's going to be a lot of projects that aren't going to like it. We're not even naming any specifics, but they're not going to like it. because we're going to totally bust open the token promotion business. And we want people to understand that down the road, you're always going to look back and with regret on promoting tokens. There's no question about it. You've got to learn. You have to live and learn sometimes. But the fact is, I've done it. I've lived and learned. And now I'm ready to give the lesson because it's that important. And I think when people hear this message, they can get aligned with that, then screw them. Like, they just want to be hate. There are bad people out there that just want to hate and want to be haters. But that elitist attitude on that subreddit is so funny, isn't it?
It is.
You know, and that's the way a lot of people think. And I think that's, guys, if you go and look at this poll that I put up, where did you first learn about crypto? 70% of people, YouTube. On Twitter, said YouTube. So there you go. Crypto influencers could face market manipulation charges under MICA. And I love this, to be fair, or to be truthful with you guys. I've been calling for this since the beginning of my time on YouTube. On November 1st, Circle's EU Strategy and Policy Director Patrick Hansen dug out one of these clauses. According to the small print, crypto influencers commenting on social media without disclosure could be in trouble, and they should be in trouble. We have never done a single promotion when we did promotions back in the day that was not disclosed, because you're going to get in trouble if you do it. It's obvious. If they're deemed to profit from the effects of their actions, it will be considered market manipulation in the EU once MICA is in force. Crypto influencers beware, commenting on crypto assets, media without disclosure, profiting from the effects of that will be considered market manipulation once MICA is in force. Fantastic. These are the types of things we need to clean up the space to make it safer for the next generation of people that come in. The terminology is vague, but it could include memes, such as Elon Musk's Doge twit image. Now, that would be pretty scary if it includes memes. They fact-checked Coin Bureau's meme the other day, which I thought was hilarious. Shout out to Coin Bureau. MICA is coming down hard on DeFi. This is something we learned as well. The DeFi and decentralized finance game is definitely a place where people pray quite frequently. So, okay. Ben thinks his bill is the right way. New data will make him change his mind. It's XRP. Guys, you don't even know what my bill is, Jake. You don't even know what my bill is. It's not crypto regulation. It's the mechanism by which crypto regulation will be determined. And I think you guys are going to really, really like it. All right, XRP, let me hit these headlines and we'll bring Dirk on. Stasis integrates biggest Euro stablecoin on the XRP ledger. And that was it. That's the only story. So let's get Dirk on here.
Hi, Ben. Happy belated birthday, by the way. I saw
Thank
that
you.
we're both born in 82,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's probably a good sign.
Yeah, exactly. We both look so great. Look at us. 82 twins. So, well, Dirk, obviously, you got the X-Spector project. We talk on Twitter a good bit on DM and stuff like that. But give us a little rundown of who you are, and then we can get into your project.
Well, actually, I come from a very traditional background. I went to law school. I was a property, or still am a property developer in Europe. And last year, I got drew into the XRPL community by investing quite a bit in some starting projects about a year ago. And soon I realized that, well, I'm quite competitive, and I realized that there wasn't too much going on. And I decided to start my own project. So it grew organically, like most projects start. Two friends in a bar, let's do some NFTs.
That's how Bored Apes. That's how Bored Ape Yacht Club started.
Yeah. Well, David Goxstein compared us to the new franchise on the XRPL and to the Bored Apes on the XRPL. So I hope we can make that. But well, we started out with an idea, and we have some business experience. We have some nice people working together with me, and we wanted to create some kind of business network, a social thing. We're organizing lots of in real life events from the moment we started. We had a huge success when we took off in April, May. And I think that we are living up to the standard until now. As you know, XLS20 got live 2 days ago, sorry. So NFTs on the XRPL are effect for at this stage. And we started actually building our own backend, and we started pre-minting, something that didn't really exist on the XRPL. We didn't issue an IOU token, and we were quite successful. We have put 7,111 of our NFTs in pre-mint for sale, and until now, about 10 days, we sold 6,000 of them. So we're almost there, almost to sell out.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What is the website for this? We'll put it in the chat.
Well, the website is xpector.com/pre-mint. Then you get directly to the site. We have our own native token, which is called Xpector. It's available on Mexi, Bitrue, Bitmart as well. And today we announced a new listing on LBank, which will be live in the coming days, USDT pair. And of course, you can buy in XRP on the XRPL dexes.
Well,
there is a form of whitelisting, by the way, Ben. You need 8,888 tokens in your Xum wallet to be able to buy our NFTs. You get them back, you get a voucher in your account, and they get locked between pre-mint and actual mint.
Yeah. Well, the reason we wanted to have you on the show, obviously at this time, is because of the XLS20 and this upgrade to the way that smart contracts, to the way people can basically, in a veiled way, integrate smart contracts with XRPL. What is the significance of this upgrade, and what do people out there need to know about it?
Well, I think that for lots of people, and you know it because you're a huge XRP fan.
Yeah.
I think that most people underestimate in crypto space the importance of the SEC Ripple case for everybody in this space. It's a bit of a close community at first, but I think that once you get to know them, that it's very interesting. I met lots of intelligent people, and well, it's a new phase on the XRPL.
Yeah, I think going forward, it's going to be definitely open up the door for a lot more projects. And obviously, as people know, we're involved with Vumio, new NFT platform. We're going to be coming out soon. XRPL is on our list. Like, we're going to be integrating it as well. We suspect we'll probably be the first multi-chain ecosystem to have XRPL, NFTs for sale on the site. So really excited about that. And I think that, for us, we also have our own NFT project for XRP, but we have decided we had people vote. We're going to release it within 72 hours after the settlement is over for the SEC case. What are your thoughts in general on the case, and what are your, what do you envision happening from here?
Well, since I went to law school, I have a bit of experience in the field. I guess that the SEC don't stand a chance, but you never know. Having lawsuits with governments is always a bit risky. It's always very arbitrary as well. But I think that Ripple is quite convinced of winning, and a settlement probably could be a solution for all parties. But I think that they feel very strong, and we'll see what happens in the coming weeks and months. But I'm quite confident.
Yeah. When did you first get into XRP?
Well, about a little over a year ago, I think in August last summer.
Most people did.
Well, recent, but crypto ages you a lot. So I've been working and it was one of the advisors of the Xpector project, Panos, who drew my attention to another project that started. And I invested quite a lot in them. So that's how I got to know the XRPL community.
Yeah.
I haven't bought any NFTs on other chains until now. Quite recently, I did get a few from the HBAR hash graph. But yeah,
the Hangry Baboons, that one?
Well, I have the Dead Pixels, the Creamies, and the HGraph Punks.
Yeah. So what XRP project? What other NFT projects have on XRP have you bought before, or which one do you like? What outside of your project? Obviously, you like the best. I like my channel the best. What is another XRP NFT project you think has done really well?
Well, I think that it's quite difficult not to look at the Xpunks, of course. And that was the project I became a main investor in. I'm in quite good touch with the founders as well. And they have full Ripple support. So that's probably helpful. But I think, about 200 tokens in all kinds of different projects. So minting them will be almost a full-time job.
Yeah, I hear that. You have to hire somebody to do it for sure. I got Justin Williams and DZ do all my minting over here. I don't ever have time. Well, Dirk, thank you so much for coming on. We've got the website up in the chat so people can go check that out. And, look forward to seeing, I mean, it's almost sold out already. So look forward to seeing the success of this project and, continuing, to, grow the community.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Always open for DMs and other questions. We have a very active Discord, and Ben will see each other in Miami at our base.
Yep, I will be there.
Bye-bye.
All right, Dirk, thank you. All right, bye. Guys, we bring on XR. I guess I typed in I spelled it wrong. I'm on a park page. We bring people on from the XRP community. We try to do it once a week, if we can. So I want to be very clear. I saw someone in the chat say, I just want to speak on this. Somebody said, you said we shouldn't promote things, and then guys, this is free. This is someone who is part of a project that comes onto the channel and talks about his project and also talked about the larger issue of the XLS20. That is not promotion. I think this is a big problem. People don't understand the difference between giving someone a platform for free to speak because your interests align and then someone paying you to come on. We asked him to come on. So I just want to be clear about that, guys, because these are the kinds of conversations, these are the kinds of discrepancies that we've got to fix. We have to fix this. If you believe that an interview is a promotion, then I don't think you understand what promoting means. It means getting paid for something. We don't get it. We've not taken a dime for people coming on this channel, on this live stream, ever. I don't believe ever in the history of this live stream we've had somebody pay to come on for an interview. So we'd like to give multiple people a platform to be able to talk about what they're doing. Yes, his project, it is an NFT, it is for sale, obviously, yada, yada, yada. But not financial advice here. I'm not telling you to go buy it. I'm not even saying that I'm buying it. I'm just telling you guys, I just brought him on to give the platform. So we really need to, as a community, a crypto community, these are things we really have got to do a better job at. Is knowing and understanding the difference between platform and promotion. They're two totally different things. I think it's very relevant when you guys watch our video on Saturday. All right, let's check out quick hits real quick. FTX and Tether were closer to Celsius than anyone realized. Big shocker. I tell you what I was told last night, TJ, by someone who we're actually meeting with soon. Every big collapse that occurred directly caused by FTX.
I mean, we're
every
starting.
single one.
Yeah, we're starting. The more you peel those layers back, it seems like, oh, here's FTX. I mean, that's what we were looking at Core Scientific. We peel some things back. Oh, hey, look, FTX circling the wagon again. So anybody that holds a lot of crypto that maybe was being a little bit aggressive, FTX laser focused on, or Alameda, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Well, Alameda, super sketchy. So anyways, we'll have more information on that in the coming days. Singapore leverages Polygon and Aave in its first DeFi wholesale market transaction. Arbitrum now responsible for 62% of all Ethereum transactions.
Wow, seems high.
Who's using that?
Only real I'm shocked. That must be because traditional Ethereum transactions are down.
Everybody's using Layer 2, but
that seems like really
Arbitrum
high.
hosts many of the DeFi popular. Curve Finance and Aave and Uniswap are all hosted on Arbitrum now. Yeah. So there's your answer. What's that? There's a honeypot. Report claims 97% of Uniswap tokens are rug pulls. Crypto Twitter has doubts. Why would you doubt that? I mean, you would probably agree with that, right?
What's that?
97% of Uniswap tokens are rug pulls. I don't think that number's far off.
97 seems high. I mean, I'm sure it's a large majority of that number, but
well, we use the word rug pull too generally. Like rug pull is a specific kind of event. It's become known as a scam. Like it's become a synonym for scam, but it's not.
If you mean literally remove liquidity, I think 97% is a little high.
I agree with you.
But I would say 97% might be dead projects.
Well, I used to really push the idea of let's call a rug pull, and let's call other types of scams to keep the language correct. But I gave up on that a while ago because it literally has just become synonymous with scam. So a rug pull is when a project gets people to buy in And then on the back end, they pull all the liquidity out.
So you couldn't
so
sell
you
it.
can't sell it.
Right.
You know, your coin goes way up in value. It's worth $1 zillion, but you can't sell it. But I think that number counting dead projects is probably very accurate. Actual rug pulls, I would probably say about 50%.
Yeah.
So G Vega 1978, thoughts on Casper? I just recorded Casper video this morning, right before I came on set. Galaxy Digital, BitMEX, DCG, all announced staff cuts. Oh, Digital Currency Group cutting staff. That's sad. Well, it is sad for the people that lost jobs.
It is
but
sad.
You know, obviously, what's that? Well, the people that run it are lizard people for sure. Yeah, Galaxy Digital, BitMEX, everybody's laying people off right now. It's bear market is what it is. Let's do a Q&A. Do you got any questions? H-bar question mark. Sure. Ben interviewed Richard Hart, yet he does not promote Hex. It's an interview, not a promotion. Thank you for that. If we're at a place where we're only allowed to interview people that have zero connection to anything in the space, because that would be promotion, then we can't do interviews. You understand? If we do an interview with, Brad Garlinghouse, that's not a promotion of Ripple. You know, that's basically having him come on and give his thoughts, which I'd love to have him on. I think I can get David Schwartz on pretty soon. We go back and forth on Twitter all the time. Go up to the super chat.
Yep.
Hope all is well, Ben. Keemstar, the Pluto Alliance are excited to have a meeting with you. We're ready to work, strengthening the project. We got big plans. We got something we're going to do that's going to be pretty big. We think you guys are going to be happy.
I got a non-crypto question for you.
Yeah.
Georgia-Tennessee game, score?
Well, obviously, Georgia's favored by how many points?
Yeah, I mean, Georgia, that's what I was going to ask you. Of course, you're going to pick Georgia to win.
Well, yeah, of course. It's in Athens. If it was in Tennessee, like...
Maybe closer.
I would probably 1 point to 3 point game. But in Athens, let's see, I think it's an 8-point spread. And Tennessee's number 1, and we're favored by 8 points.
They're number 1?
Yeah, for the college football playoff rankings, we're number 3.
What?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Let's see what it is here.
Not for long.
The Bulldogs have been bet all the way down to it. We started as a 12.5 favorite. We've been bet all the way down to 8.5. Look, I think it's going to be a 7-point game. I think it's going to be a 7-point game. I think Georgia's going to win. I'm going to say, I don't want to say 42 to 35. Let's subtract 3. I'm going to say 39 to 32. That's my score. 39 32. Yeah. It's probably going to be more field goals. Maybe not. I'm going to say 39-32 Georgia. We're not going to give up 52 points to Tennessee like Alabama did.
No.
And I tell you, if this was in Tennessee, I would be very nervous. I would almost say, like, I would kind of expect us to lose. Nightmare scenario for college football before we get back to a crypto question. Georgia beats Tennessee. Tennessee already beat Alabama. Alabama beats Georgia in the SEC championship. We're all 11-1, and we've got basically
a playoff for the playoff.
A love triangle, if you will, over losses. So, all right, crypto question. I'm happy for Tennessee, though. I'm happy for your fans. Yeah. I'm happy for fans. I'm going to hate we're going to squash it a little bit, but it's good to see Tennessee back. We haven't had a strong SEC East component in a long time. Opponent. Ben, India joined hands with CBDC and launched Digital Rupee. Your thoughts? I would have to look into that more to know whether that's true or not. We know India has been very crazy with crypto in terms of their government, their RBI, the central bank there in India. It's gone back and forth. We've got Wazir X, which is an Indian exchange, the Binance bot that's been up, that's been down. So I have to look into it a little bit more, but it doesn't shock me. You said something, TJ?
No, I was gonna say we covered that. I think that is confirmed. It doesn't surprise me. Like with those, we were talking about the BRICS nations. That's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. All seem to be fast tracking CBDCs.
Your thoughts on key event that will spark the next bull run? The Bitcoin halving, 2024, April. There you go.
Hot take.
Hot take. All right, guys, that is all we got for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Somebody said 38-35 Tennessee, Rocky Top. We'll see, but that could be a score. But that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for watching. How many likes did we get up to?
1,862.
Guys, hit the like button on your way out. Be blessed. BitBoy out.
And then and walk down to the basement on your way.